Call. We're just gonna talk about the basics, and then we're gonna go pretty in depth into story sequences. Are you guys familiar with story sequences? All right. So story sequences are just like a bunch of stories with copywriting in order to convert attention to take an action. So go to a YouTube video, DM you, get a lead magnet. But let's start off with the basics. So, I mean, as you guys know, you got to get clear on who you want on your team. And in the context of social media and personal branding, if this is your younger self, or the closer, the more similar it is to yourself, the better, because you know exactly what your was going through your head at that time when you needed door to door, when you needed this opportunity. So you speak right to that. But the problem with most profiles is that you're on the left here. Who do you think you're gonna talk more to? And who do you think you actually want to talk to? Definitely the girl in the red dress. But yeah, so the way, like, again, like, who do you think are you gonna DM more likely, this account or this account? Even though this has a sick handle, like, there's no post, there's no bio, there's no and all that. So there's like two ways to go about it. The first way is you lean super into like being like a content creator, infopreneur, where you're like, you have the super dialed bio that says what you're doing, what you're building, and has a CTA. Or there's the other way, which is a little more organic, which most people are comfortable with, where it's like, I mean, these are my two accounts. So this one's just like my lifestyle, what I'm interested in, has a little bit of like CTA, as in they can press the links in my bio to see what I'm up to. But it's really just like my friends. It's like maybe I'll DM them. If they follow me, I'll DM them. But here I'm encouraging them to DM, and this will just work better at scale because obviously I can't DM everyone. So basics first. So the profile pictures, you want to make sure that it's super clear. Patrick actually has a great one. I have it. I can't remember Elwal or Skylar, your profile pics off the top of my head. I think Skylar's was pretty good. I think I can remember yours. Can't remember yours, Elwal, which actually might just be enough of a signal to know that you could improve your profile pic if I can't remember it. Now, as long as you're recognizable and people like know that it's you, then that's better than nothing. I mean, no shit on Adam Castle here, but like, what is this profile pic? And then usernames, same thing. Don't have underscores, don't have periods. You just want it super easy to spell and super easy to remember. First and last name. And then this is the bio. So these are kind of go, but I always recommend no underscores, but I think a period is better than an underscore in between first and last names. But ideally, if you can get just your first and last name, that's better. Now, this is like being really nitpicky here. So, I mean, no one's not going to follow you. No one's not going to look at your profile just because you have like an underscore. It just really depends on the placement of it too. But yeah. Yeah, so for your bios, there's kind of two templates here. So template A is like a personality post. This is like what you have, Skylar. So this is like the wealth or the wisdom keeps trying to catch me, but I'm too fast. That's your first line. And then second line is what you do with a company at. Not always with a company at. It's good to have it because it actually is authority, especially when your company is Vantage. Like huge company, it's posting wins all the time. It's basically just a wins channel to show that it is what it says it is, and it gets people to results all the time. And then a CTA. So DM info to learn more, or it could be something with like a finger pointing down, and it infers to press the link at the bio. Template B is just your position in company, what you do. So this, you want to be unique and introduce like your unique mechanism, something that's brandable to you, your office, your sales process. So like, and your ICP. So this could be like, I take broke college students who hate life and transform their identity by making them 30K in a summer, something like that. And then that's a whole nother can of worms that I won't open right now, because I'm going to be making a full training in the WAP for writing recruitment video sales letters, but I'll let you guys know when that's up. Okay. So story highlights. Are you guys doing daily stories right now? Okay. Okay, Skylar, I super recommend you do it, because you're like, your lifestyle right now is super interesting, traveling across America. And then LY, you'll probably have to get a little more creative with what you're doing for daily stories. But the pillars that you kind of want to have all your stories be within is, first and foremost, breaking limiting beliefs and creating new beliefs. So those limiting beliefs is, I can't make 20K in the summer. Sales isn't for me. I can't talk to people. I can't work 6 days a week, etc., etc. Those new beliefs are, sales is the number one thing that I need to get into entrepreneurship. I can make 20K in the summer, etc. And then kind of a part of that, the way sometimes you create those beliefs is through proof. So like, wow, this is like screenshots of Simone and Hugo crushing it, and Skylar showing Anma and all your rookies who are in Australia, shouting them out and telling their story, and then personalities. So just like who you are, what you're up to, making jokes. Like some of your videos we've seen, Skylar, are funny. So like that just like builds so much rapport. That's really good to post. And then post daily. You can look at the actual engagements of your story. If you post 5 back to back to back and the drop rate is a lot, then take a like rethink, where did it drop off the most? And this is something we'll help track for you. So like, let's say you have 100 people watch the first story. The next story, 95 people dropped. Then that's like a 5% drop rate. Now, if it's below 10% or 20%, then that means you're doing something wrong with your stories, and we'll look more into it. But yeah, post daily. If you start posting and you're getting 200, 500 views, and then within 2 weeks of posting daily every time, you're only getting 100 or like minimal, like 20%, 50% of what you're getting originally, that means you should take a break and go silent for a few days, maybe a week, and then post again. And then, yeah, so for the highlights are super, super key here. So you can have the first highlight underneath the follow and message buttons should be start here /welcome or hiring. For you guys, I'd recommend hiring, because honestly, most people that is going to be following you is looking for a job, or at least interested in what you do. And then in the hiring will be a story sequence, which I'll get into how to do later. And then you can have like the company lifestyle /culture. So this is like the benefits outside of the monetary game. And then some personality, as well as proof showing that you're making money, you're able to teach this and transfer those skills, and that your rookies and offices are making money too. So here's an example. So this is Marco. So we changed his bio to founder and CEO at Advocacy Institute. He's helping 20-year-olds make 30K in 3 months. Another good example is because before he had this, and he likes that. So I recommended we turn using this as an angle. So we turn Lost Boys into 6-figure men, really leaning into like those guys who feel lost, who need a brotherhood, who want to level up, not just in money, but also into men. And then CTA. So DM sales to learn more, DM initiate if you're ready to suffer and win. And that just plays more into like the archetype of like, men need to go to war. Men used to go to war. Now we're scrolling on social media. So I want something like to challenge. Yeah. And then the highlights. A lot of people just do random highlights, and it's really hard to follow. But it's like a balance. You want to have it be clear for people, but you also don't want to be salesy. So it's a fine line there. And then Red Recruitment Video Sales Letter, we're going to be making a full training on that. So don't worry about this. For your YouTube videos, so we'll also help you with this. You'll be putting in the description to your recruitment video sales letter linked in the bio as well as at the end of the video. And this just increases engagement on that video massively. And then in the description of your recruitment video sales letter, you'll have your Calendly, your interview link linked in there. YouTube thumbnails will help you design these, so not too worried about this, but yeah. So story sequences. This is where it gets really good. So the equivalent of a bad story sequence, or like people like going up to the door and being like, hey, do you want to kill your bugs for a year? That's equivalent to this. Would you rather get paid on your skill or your time? That's the equivalent. So there's no, I made that. He didn't actually post that. I just screenshot it. What did you say, Skylar? True. Well, if it works, it works. Well, I mean, you're not saying like, hey, you want bug spray? Yeah, so once you guys like learn how to write a recruitment video sales letter, you'll learn a lot of like the principles behind copywriting, behind marketing, and then you apply it to your story sequences. But this is the rundown. All right. Yeah. I'll upload it into the WAP. I don't know why this isn't. Oh, shit. Okay. So step 1, determine your sales argument slash angle slash thesis. So for example, door-to-door is the fastest way to make money as a student. It could also be door-to-door or learning sales is the number one way to become an entrepreneur. It all depends on your strategy. So, and then you're going to prepare all your proof and framing evidence. So this can be that Forbes article that Vantage posted. This could be a quote or a video from Mark Cuban talking about how door-to-door sales transformed his life. This could be screenshots of your rookies crushing it. And then create a linear argument. So you're going to, the thesis, how that thesis is true through showcasing the proof. So the reason why sales is the number one skill to become an entrepreneur is because you and then you sprinkle in some proof throughout that. So once you have all that prepared and it's really clear for you, your first story is going to be a bold hook and like a stop scrolling creative. So it's the same principles of a recruitment video sales letter headline and short form hooks and thumbnails. So ideally it incites curiosity, and even better if it's polarizing. So this is an example. There's something special to announce. And then there's also, I mean, that picture, like you're definitely probably going to take a second to look at that. And then the next story, this is where you start dropping the proof on them. So you get their attention with the hook. Now you make them feel some emotion and get them more curious of what you have to share. So this is where you're like, over the past 2 years, as an example, over the past 2 years, I've traveled around the world, getting into crazy places. And for you guys, it'd be making insane money, traveling the world, And or you can then showcase like your framework and your results as well. So this is where you introduce your thesis. You're not introducing your offer yet, the offer being knock doors. This is where you're like, sales is the fastest way to become an entrepreneur. So I can't read because it's saying share my screen, but here you're introducing a new concept, a new way that your ICP can achieve their dreams. And the more unique and useful, the better. and you start branding it, and you create a blue ocean for yourself. So if you just say like do door to door for summer, you're just competing with every other sales manager. So you really want to approach it with like some nuance and make it unique and something that no one's ever heard of before, even though the vehicle is door to door. Yo, what's up, Irina? You had a call. It's fine. So the next stories, you're going to speak to their desires. So start agitating the pain of their current state by painting the picture of their desired end state, and then speak to that one person, your ICP, your younger self. And the more descriptive and the more aligned you can be, the better. And then this is where you actually start meeting the need. So reintroduce your thesis, focusing on the benefits of your unique insights. So this isn't the door to door. This is like how you should learn sales, for example. So here you go. Here's an example. 2025 onwards is changing again. So this is like, yeah, really just like creating the need. It's not a matter of how good you are in business or how strong your offer is. It's the way you position. It matters most. And then the benefits, not the features. The features would be knocking doors. The benefits of knocking doors is that you make money, you get a network, you're in a brotherhood, blah, blah, blah. But then in the next stories, you get into the actual features. So just sprinkle in some sales best practices and urgency, scarcity, loss aversion, those types of things. So you can start saying like, I only have 3 spots on my team. And then this is like the actual benefits and the features that they'll get. And then you end with a CTA. It's typically just like DM me a keyword. Or it could be a link to a YouTube video if you're sending them to a recruitment video sales letter. And then, yeah, if they're DMing you, then you'll qualify through DM and then just send them the link to book an interview. Or you'll send them your recruitment video sales letter to watch, and you can have 2 different versions, either the same or just different. And one is unlisted so that when you send it to them, it's not actually public. So they feel like they're getting like more value, and it's like private and it's just for them. But yeah, that's basically it.